सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। दोर्भिर्युक्ता चतुर्भिः स्फटिकमणिमहीमक्षमालां दधानाम् हस्ते नैकेन पद्मं सितमपि च शुकं पुस्तकं चापरेण भासा कुन्देन्दुशङ्खस्फटिकमणिनिभा भासमाना समाना सा मे वाग्देवतेयं निवसतु वदने सर्वदा सुप्रसन्नः। महासरस्वत्यै नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। अग्रे कृत्वा कमपि चरणं जानुनैकेन तिष्ठन् पश्चात् पार्थ प्रणयरसजुषा चक्षुषा वेक्ष्यमाणः सव्ये तोत्रं करसरसिजे दक्षिणे ज्ञानमुद्राम् आबिभ्राणो रथमतिवसन् पातु नः सूतवेषः। प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। श्रीकृष्णः परमात्मने नमः। Okay. So last class we were discussing more about karma and prayashchitta karma, nishiddha karma to reduce, to drop, kamya karma to reduce. Start with kamya karma to remove the tamoguna, and after that slowly move to nitya naimitika karma, which is called vihita karma or niyata karma. Vihita karma or niyata karma. Okay. Vihita karma will also include dharmika kamya karma, which is given by the Shastra. Niyata karma is only nitya naimitika karma. So vihita karma is whatever has been taught and what you need to do. It includes kamya karma, naimitika karma, nitya karma. Niyata karma is only kamya karma, is only nitya karma and naimitika karma. Clear? Okay. So we know what are kamya karma. Kamya karma are very clearly those karmas which you are supposed to do to fulfill your desire in dharmic way. There is no place for adharma kamya karma in our Shastra. If adharma kamya karma is there, it is called nishiddha karma. Correct? If I want to satisfy my desires by hook or crook, then it is called nishiddha karma. If it is in the dharmic way, it is called kamya karma. That means I will fit into the framework of dharma, and dharma pradhanena arthakamaha. On dharma, the arthakama will sit. In nishiddha karma, it is arthakama pradhanena. Dharma is secondary. Are you able to get this? The logic, how it is going. So anything which is adharmika, for example, I want to do very good thing for, in movies and all, you will see one person loots the what do you call the wealthy guy. There will be a thief who will loot the wealthy guy and distribute it to the poor. So the whole logic is what? He wants to distribute to the poor, but he is taking adharmika route for it. That is nishiddha. However great your pious or divine your desire may be there, but if the means are adharmika, it will not be valued. Are we clear? Okay. Like someone says that, someone commits a crime. Okay, I just hit him on the road. No, it is adharmika. It is not your karma at all to punish. For that, police is there, courts are there. They have to. Your job is to go and complain. You can't take someone else's karma in your hand. However wrong it is, doesn't matter. In today's logic, everyone will say, बहुत अच्छा किया, उसको और दो झापड़ देना चाहिए. No, but our Shastra does not agree that. Okay, so whoever has to do that karma, sway karma, swadharma, only they can do it. If someone else does others' karma, that itself is wrong. Bhagavan says in 18th chapter, Sweswe karman nyabhirataha. In your own karma, you have to be abhirataha, completely immersed, not in someone else's. Clear? Take care of your house, then take care of the society. I am into social service, but my children are waiting for my love and affection. Adharmika. Are we able to get this? So, don't apply your logic for dharma. No. Dharma means which is going to give very clearly benefit to you and benefit to everyone. With our own mind, when we think, we will only look at very restricted view of benefit. We will not see the overall view of benefit. And that is where we apply the logic and we can go wrong. Okay, so be careful. Logic works. Understand dharma, then use the logic to justify the dharma. But if logic fits, don't consider dharma will fit there. No, it will not fit there. And dharma is like justice. It will change based on the situation. There is nothing called absolute justice. It is based on the situation. Whatever is considered to be the best for all, that becomes the dharma. Okay, we should know directionally what to do, but every time you can't just apply that and say that no, it is dharmic, it is perfectly right. No, last time I did it, why this time it is no? Because the situation is different. You follow the process, then find out which is the right way as per dharma. Correct? It doesn't go by experience, it doesn't go by logic. Many a times it is logical, but there are many situations where you feel it is logical, but actually dharma doesn't accept. I have told this before, I can give you this example again. As per the Dharma Shastras, there are five Mahapatakas. When you say Mahapatakas, treacherous actions, if you do any one of them, Naraka is guaranteed. Mahapataka, you will fall down very badly. Okay, five of them they have told. Pancha Mahapatakas. Okay, one of them is Gohatya, another one is Surapanam. Surapanam is drinking liquor. Another one is Gohatya. Now, if a question is asked, among these two Mahapatakas, which is the worst or which is better off? See, among those, though chor log maybe you can grade them, correct? Because if you have a choice between these two, which should you choose so that you will incur less papam? If such a question is asked, what will be your answer? What does common sense say? How many people agree with Go Hatya? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let me see. Go Hatya, raise your hand. How many people with Surapanam? Raise your hand. No, that is not acceptable. दोनों में हाथ ऊपर किया नहीं. You can vote for one party. In one election, you can vote for one party only. Go Hatya, raise your hand. Surapanam, raise your hand. See?
Sir, both are Mahapatakas.
I have told that first. There is nothing new in that. Both are Mahapatakas. But if you have to choose among these two, see, just imagine that one person does a Gohatya, one person does Surapanam, and both have been bought in front of your Aapka, what is that? Aapka Kadgare mein. And then you are supposed to. Whom will you give more punishment? That's a question. See, we have to be very clear when we are analyzing it, it has to be clear. Now, normally logic, I will tell you what will the logic say. Gohatya is more worse because you are taking a life. What will the logic say? I'm taking a life and hence it is a worse thing compared to drinking liquor. But Dharma Shastra does not accept that. Dharma Shastra says drinking liquor is worse than Gohatya also. Say, my God, what is this? Simple. Our view is what? Life. Dharma Shastra says that by which you can repeatedly fall down. Gohatya could have happened for some reason beyond your control. It is not that every day you will go and do a Gohatya. It is occasional once it has happened. Yes, you have got the Papam. But Surapanam is possible every day. Not only impacts you, it impacts your family, it impacts the society. Okay, and it can happen multiple number of times. So from that perspective, Dharma Shastra will view Surapanam as very bad compared to a Gohatya. That doesn't say that if you have this choice, you should not do either of it. Okay, but Surapanam is considered worse than Gohatya also. Why? There is no, very few chances may be there unless you are mentally sick, you will go and do a Gohatya again. But Surapanam is a very common thing. And it will happen again and again. And how many people are going to suffer because of that? By Gohatya only you will suffer and that animal will suffer. But by Surapanam, how many people will suffer? Okay, so our logical view and Dharma Shastra's view can be different. It is just an example. This is not something that, no, you need to, it's just a comparison. Then we understand how Dharma Shastra looks at it. Many a times we see logical things, but when you see go to the court, what happens? Pura, it turns the table completely because the view is something totally different there, and we are not considered that view. So Dharma Shastra is like that. And again, Dharma Shastra is consistent in approach, but the results of Dharma Shastra will not be the same across situation. They will follow the principles. That means based on the principles, the result can vary across situation. Correct? Okay. So when we look at it this way, very clearly, we have to move from Nishiddha karma and all, come to Kamya karma, then reduce the Kamya karma also and move towards Nishkama karma. And Nishkama karma is called Niyata karma or Nitya Naimittika karma. Why are we saying that? Because Nitya Naimittika karma will give you Chitta Shuddhi, will not give you Punyam. If I don't do it, I incur a papam. I incur a papam of omission. If I do it, I don't get punyam, but immediately cleansing activity happens the moment you have done it. Other karmas, you have to wait for it to fructify. If I write an exam, I do not know the result unless you are doing it online and immediately the result is given. Otherwise, you have to wait till you get the solution. Even on an online, if you are doing it as Nishkama, the moment you have completed it, you say, I'm not bothered about the result. I have enjoyed writing the exam. Over. I'm not bothered about the result. Correct? Now, Kamya karma will have Bandhagatvam, Dukkha Mishritatvam, Atripti Karatvam. But Nitya Naimittika karma will not have that. No Bandhagatvam, no Atripti Karatvam, no Dukkha Mishritatvam. Are we getting this? Clear? And hence, Krishna is telling Arjuna, please look at this karma, this yuddha, instead of kamya karma, based on your ragadvesha, my pitamaha, my dronacharya, instead of that, look at it that how many people are fighting this dharma yuddha. That should be the focus of many beneficiaries, and hence you have to fight it. Logically, you have to fight it. Philosophically, you have to fight it. Spiritually, it is also justified, you have to fight it. And even transaction and straight away the fame and what is called that generally Kshatriya's valor and everything will be challenged. From that perspective, you have to fight it. There is no reason why you should not fight it. And if you run away, you will get pratyavaya problem. Apart from that, everyone will defame you. Your opponents are standing there. You run away now. What will they feel? Dar ke mare dum daba ke bhag gaya. They are not going to think that you don't want to kill Drona and Pitama and all. No, no, no. They will say Arjuna ran away. Are you ready to accept such an insult? Isn't it better to die rather than sitting with such an insult? Very clearly, Krishna is asking that. Maranad atirichyate, it is better to die rather than that. Defame. Getting it? So, from this, Krishna is now moving Arjuna to Nishkama karma. Okay? And he gives the glory of Nishkama karma. He says, Kamya karma are so many are there. How many faculties of learning is there? In this particular chapter, Buddhi Yoga equal to Karma Yoga. Buddhi Yoga, wherever it is coming, it means Karma Yoga. Jnana Yoga equal to Sankhya Yoga. So instead of Jnana Yoga, Vyasacharya is used Sankhya Yoga. And instead of Karma Yoga, he has used Buddhi Yoga. Because this is where all the confusion will start. The nomenclature will change in this chapter, and when you start reading it, what is this? What is Buddhi Yoga? Buddhi Yoga, is it yoga with Buddhi? Should I do yoga with Buddhi? No. Buddhi Yoga means Karma Yoga. And in one place, the word Buddhi means knowledge, Jnanam. In one shloka, completely Buddhi, you can justify that shloka only if you consider Buddhi equal to Jnanam. Okay, so like that, he gives what is the benefit of Karma Yoga, and then he says, Karma Yoga will not give you Punyam, it will give you Chitta Shuddhi. Why? Chitta Shuddhi is a must for Jnana Yoga. Understand this. Arjuna's problem is Shokaha, Mohaha, and Papam. Dukkham and Papam. He said very clearly, my sorrow is so intense that even if you give Indra Padavi or Indra's, nothing is going to. It is very intense. Apart from that, he says, fighting this itself is Papam for me. So now Arjuna has got these two problems. Krishna started with Jnanam, Sankhya. Obviously, Arjuna did not understand. Why? He did not have sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. We know that. Now, as you go through the Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter, Krishna starts the second chapter with Jnana Yoga, Sankhya. Correct? And then, now that Arjuna has not understood, he comes back to Arjuna's problem of running away and not fighting the war and gives justification. Still, Arjuna is sitting there like a fevicol. Correct? Very clearly, Krishna tells now, Sukha Dukkhe Same Kritva Labha Labho Jaya Jayo Tasmat Yogaya Tasmat Uttishta Kaunteya. Get up now. Don't sit like that coach potato sitting there. Baith gaya matlab baith gaya. Utho abhi, come on, fight. Tasmat Uttishta. Still, this guy is not ready to move. He is not ready to move, correct? When he is not ready to move, why? Because in his mind, still that same problem is not solved. Krishna would have given Jnanam. But इधर इतना बड़ा पर्दा है वो अंदर गया ही नहीं कुछ. Correct? Krishna logic बता रहा है. Whatever you say is correct, but current my dukkham and my papam, you don't have a solution for that. Why should I move? I am very convinced that if I fight, only dukkham will come and papam will come. And that is why Krishna is now moving that, hey Arjuna, don't look at this as your kamya karma, look at this as karma yoga. What will happen by this? Arjuna is looking at the problem from kamya karma. And he says it's a nishiddha karma. That is why I will get papam. Krishna says if you don't do it, you will get pratyavaya papam. Are you able to see that both are talking from two different directions now? Unable to meet. So Krishna is now changing the pitch and saying that, okay, understand that this is not your kamya karma, this is karma yoga for you. Niyatam kuru karmatvam, he will say. Niyata karma kuru, natu kamya karma kuru. Niyatam kuru karmatvam karmajyayo hya karmanaha sharira yatra pichate nah prasadye hya karmanaha. You will tell that very clearly. Niyatam karma kuru, do it. It is a choiceless situation. You have no choice. And in Nitya Naimittika Karma, there is no choice. There is no place for your Raga Dvesha. Morning I get up and brush my teeth. I hate to brush my teeth, but still you have to brush your teeth. No place for Raga Dvesha. Are we able to get this? So, very clearly, Krishna is now moving it. Why? Two benefits will be there. If you move this Arjuna from Kamya Karma to Nishkama Karma, he will see the whole thing differently. And if he does it with Chitta Shuddhi, obviously that Jnanam also what is told he will understand. Are you able to get that? So Krishna keeps Arjuna in the mind and considers all of us, and hence after Sankhya Yoga slowly comes to Buddhi Yoga. Okay, and says that every karma, if you convert from Kamya Karma to Nitya Naimittika Karma or Niyata Karma, then it becomes Karma Yoga. Sir, ये थोड़ा ज्यादा ही कर रहे हो. Every karma, if you convert it from Kamya Karma to Niyata Karma, it becomes Karma Yoga. Huh? Correct. I am eating food for filling my stomach. Kamya Karma or Nitya Karma? I am eating food for my taste. Kamya Karma or Nitya Karma?
For taste is kamya karma, and for filling my is nitya karma.
Now you understood. Action being the same, attitude changes, karma changes. It's very simple. Na? Cannot I convert every kamya karma by changing that attitude towards the karma? That means I do it as puja for Bhagavan. Ishwararpana buddhi and prasada bhavana. Once Ishwararpana buddhi and prasada bhavana comes, my ragadvesha does not have any place. Every karma what I do, from morning when I wake up till I sleep, all the karma if I do it with Ishwararpana buddhi, surely in that you are going to get your kamya also filled up. You don't have to even look at it. Are we able to see that? So the objective is to move from kamya karma, reduce the kamya karma, and make it into niyata karma, nitya naimittika karma, more beneficiaries. Why look at only yourself? Along with you, if you can have many people to benefit, why not? We all teachers are doing that only, na? I can sit alone and study, but in that, if many more are benefited, my studies anyway happen, my revision anyway happens, others are also benefited. Every teacher who is doing it like this is only doing with this one particular intention. I am able to revise, I am able to learn, I am able to connect better, and in the bargain, many people are benefiting out of it. Isn't the Kamya Karma getting converted to Niyata Karma now? And when you do it genuinely with that, it will be Ishwararpana Buddhi. If someone says, Sir, I think you are going wrong here, no problem. We will check it out and come back. We will review it. If it is wrong, I will correct. Then there is no place for ego. Whenever Kamya Karma is there, ego gets crystallized. Whenever Niyata Karma is there, ego gets dissolved. That is why Chitta Shuddhi happens. Is it making sense?
Sir, I have a question. If somebody is doing it, if somebody is teaching others for their passion, that they derive pleasure, that others benefit, then is it still niyata karma?
Now, what is the passion? passion is others learning, or passion is I am teaching, and this no one else from outside can say. Yeah? That intention only that person knows, the sankalpa only that person knows. The moment it moves from others are learning to I am teaching, then jnana ahankara will come, one of the worst ahankaras. Other ahankara can be easily broken, but I know if that ahankara comes, very tough. Even God cannot help. And very much possible for teachers, especially in the field of Vedanta and all this, very, very much possible. It's a very thin line, you don't know when you slip out there. You have to always keep that guard very, very active. Very true.
With right attitude.
Right attitude. Right attitude, that's all. How will you know whether that attitude is there or not? By the actions. Ready to listen to the other person, give a proper hearing, take one step back, check it. Nothing wrong in it. Why? Then your position is I am also a student, because in this process I am benefiting, right? I am learning. So I am also a student. Then there won't be a problem of ego. No, only I know I am the giver, you are the recipient. Then you have a problem. Not a simple problem. It's a tough problem, I'm telling you. Especially this happens wo andho mein kana raja rehte hain na. Very, very tough problem it is. Half baked. Will not be ready to. That is why Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Vidya should give Vinaya, humility. From Vinaya, Patrata will come. From eligibility will come. With Patrata, Dhanam will come. With Dhanam, Sukham will come. So Vidya will give that. But if the Vidya is used without Vinaya, then downfall will come. It's very true. And we should have this guard very clear. Okay. So when we say about this purely, and this is what it can only, every person can only introspect for themselves. No person other than that person can say what is the value and sankalpa with which that person is doing it. Because what you can see is only that manifestation of the thought, but not the thought. If it is consistent over a period of time and repeating that way, then you can say, no, this person is very genuine. Otherwise, initially, always this question will be there. That question will be there. It will be in a gray area and need to be there. Even for the teacher. Am I stepping more? Okay. So, very true. And this has to be very clear. And this is where that chitta shuddhi will come only when we introspect this. I should know where the boundary is and we should not cross it. If I'm going near that boundary, I need to just take 4 steps back. No. That sensitivity should come. And that will come with once or twice you will falter. Go immediately and do a namaskara to Bhagavan. Sorry. Kara charana kritam va, kayajam, karmajam va, shravana, mananajam va, manasam va, aparadam. Vihitam aparadam va, avihitam aparadam va. Vihitam, avihitam va, correct? Now you understand. Knowingly if I have done it, then I should not pardon myself. I should take 4 steps back. Avihitam va, I should become more sensitive. Sarvametat kshamasva. Then Bhagavan will do kshamasva. Finally, it's the attitude, right? The value and the attitude. What makes karma as karma yoga is the value, the attitude is the only thing which makes karma as karma yoga. Action remaining the same, intent is different. A knife in a doctor's hand and knife in a thief's hand, both are cutting the part of the body, action remaining the same, the intent is different. Don't make it a little more confusing saying that doctors are no different today. So side pe rakho. Ideally, doctor is not supposed to be that way. And thief is not supposed to be like the doctor. That is why we take such examples. Okay. We don't know. See, because of one or two people, we cannot say everyone are that way. But among those also exception will be there. A thief with a doctor's coat, वसूली, बकरा आ गया हलाल करो, है कि नहीं? Can't do anything. Unfortunately, we are forced to talk of such a noble profession like that today because we are experiencing that. Everything is a business. Everything is more that I have invested for it. I need to get returns. There's nothing called nobility in profession. Right? Anyway, dharma still is there. Let us not consider only that dark region, and it's like saying that dark or that gray market is bigger than the black and white market. ऐसा नहीं है. Some portion is gray, will be there. There is black market also, but majority is white. So we should focus. That is where dharma is there. And if that goes, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam, Bhagavan will come and establish the dharma in any form. You may give any name to it today based on a person, but it is Bhagavan coming to re-establish the dharma which is already come down. That will happen. That is nature's law. Timing is what we do not know. We do not know the timing, when it will happen, what will happen, or like that. For that matter, small things are always happening. That change is happening for the good. If you view that, Bhagavan is coming every moment. Okay, chalo. Come back to the point. Second chapter, very clearly, Bhagavan says that one aspect. Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have a control or your purushartha only at karmani. You have karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Okay, you have your control and support only in karma, but not on the result of the karma. Is it coming clear? Where is see, the biggest problem when we look at kamya karma is there is a place where effort is there, there is a place where result is there. Correct? Take a farmer. Farmer sows the seed. Farmer waters it. Before that, he tills the land, he plows the land, he does all those things. He removes the weed, he puts the seed, and then after he waters it, he puts all, when it starts growing, he will put some pesticides, insect, all those things he will do. All that is based on what? That area, what he is doing is related to Purushartha, where karma is there. When will the phalam come? When will the phalam come? Correct? Much later, when the grains have come, now you have to cut them, clean them, make it ready. That is the final produce. Correct? Does he have any control on what is going to come? He can aim. See, understand one thing. I can aim at a particular result, and I need to aim at a particular result. Accordingly, only I'll put effort. But in Kamya Karma, after putting the effort, there is a time gap for the result. Correct? And that result, when it comes, it is beyond your control, because you may be a major contributor in it, but you are not the only contributor in it. Are we able to get that? There is a difference between you being the sole contributor and you being the major contributor. If you would not have done the karma itself, will the phalam come? If the farmer does not sow the seed itself, will he get the produce? Not possible. So I am very much necessary, I am instrumental to it. I need to put all the effort perfectly right. But because I put the effort, because I have put 60-70% of that, what is going to be there, can I say I can control it? No. That 30% or 40% is beyond your scope. Phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhu. Everyone talks on the first line, huh? The second line no one will say. Ma karma phala hetuhu bhu. Considering the karma phala, if you do the karma, you will be depressed. Or anyway, that karma phala is not in my hand. Mate sangos to akarmadi. Let me not do anything now. मैं कुछ भी किया तो मेरा कंट्रोल में नहीं है, तो करूं ही क्यों? अकर्मणि मा. It's very clear. You have to put effort. You cannot be attached to the result. The result is out of your domain. Because the result is out of your domain, you cannot say, I will not put effort at all. Now it makes sense. I have to put effort. Means what? I have a goal. Very clear. I need to have a goal. Based on the goal, I plan. Based on the plan, I put effort. After that, there will be a phase for which you have to wait till the result comes. That time you have to do one major thing. What? Drop the goal. Drop the goal like a hot potato. You understand? The goal is required to motivate you to put the effort. It is how you know. I need a vehicle to go to my office. The vehicle is the instrument for me to reach the office. But having reached the office, I cannot take my vehicle to my office up. I have to park it down, drop it there, and then go. Because it is of no use. The job of it is over. Drop it there. If you are late, you cannot go and say that, please ask my car. It became late. I will bring the car to you, boss. You ask. No. You have to drop it and then go. Because whatever after that it comes, if you follow the rule, you know it is beyond your control. Whatever comes, you will be happy with it. Why? Ishvara Prasada. Bhagavan, who is the Karma Baladata, has been so benevolent to convert and give me at least this. There are so many people who do not get even this. I am thankful to you, Bhagavan. You are so gracious. Okay. What we normally do, I put an effort for a particular goal. Till the result comes, I can't drop that goal. When the result comes, I compare to my goal. And when I compare it, either I'm very happy or I'm very sad. If I achieve what I want, I will justify myself saying that थोड़ा और करता तो और मिलता था. अतृप्तिकरत्वम, दुःखमिश्रितत्वम, बंधकत्वम. Do we understand? But the moment you say karmanyevadhikaraste mabaleshu kadachana, no question of atriptikaratvam, no question of bandhakatvam, no question of dukkhamishritatvam. You will be thankful to Bhagavan. You gave me at least this. You are very just. You are very just. Full of justice. That is called agate swagatam kurya. आने दो भाई, जो आ रहा है आने दो. आज अच्छा दिन है, आने दो. आज उतना अच्छा दिन नहीं है, आने दो. आज बुखार आया, आने दो. आज कोविड आया, आने दो. आज रेस्टोरेंट में जाके खाया, नो प्रॉब्लम. आज कैंसर हुआ, एब्सोल्युटली नो प्रॉब्लम. That firmness of the mind. Now, this point will come only when there is dridha bhakti and shraddha on Bhagavan. This is where we get completely, we are different than Karmakanda. We say there is an Ishvara who is a Karma Baladata. He is, उसके बोलते ना, उसके घर पे देर है अंधेर नहीं. मेरे लिए सबसे बुरा रहेगा तो भी he has done it for my good. You want to justify that? Imagine that you are in the 4th stage of cancer. There's no harm in imagining. Sir, दूसरा कुछ बोलो ना. You are going to die. भगवान डॉक्टर says अब उसके हाथ में है. You can call everyone. We don't know what is it. Tell me, if you are very clear about that cycle of birth and death, jiva, sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, if I have to undergo a lot of physical pain, mental trauma, what does it mean? It's not my papa getting burnt off. It's not my papa getting burnt off. In any case, I know that death means what? Separation of sthula sharira with sukshma sharira. So next janma will be there. Obviously, in next janma, that much of papa is already gone off. Think. If you have a broader view, you will accept even this. But if we have a narrow view that I have only this janma, I have only this pain, then even if Bhagavan says that next janma you are going to get moksha, you will say, what for you to tell? Current pain I am only undergoing now. समझ में आ रहा है? There is a view that you can say that, oh, this is actually a tough-minded optimist. It's a very optimistic view of life. The counter question to it is, do you have choice or option? And your answer is no. Then do that. Are you able to get that? So it becomes the best to Ishwararpana Buddhi and Prasada Bhavana, the attitude of Samarpanam in whatever we are doing, so that maximum people benefit. Of course, in that I will also benefit, and Bhagavan is there to take care of my requirement. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. He says, he has written in a bond paper and given. You forget it, I will take care of your yoga and Kshema. अब सिंपल क्वेश्चन आई एम आस्किंग, उसका ऊपर भरोसा नहीं है, देन विच अदर ग्रेट इंडिविजुअल का ऊपर तुमको भरोसा रहने वाला है? थिंक, अगर उसका ऊपर ही भरोसा नहीं है तो बाकी किसका ऊपर भरोसा रहने वाला है? ऑल दिस मॉर्टल्स जो बोला वो कल नहीं रहने वाला है. आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ यू, तुम जाने का पहले वो गुल. समझ में आ रहा है? शाश्वत है ही नहीं. Like Swamiji says na, you can have a cardboard chair, you can do everything with it, except don't sit on it. Humpty Dumpty. Other than Bhagavan, if you depend on anyone, all the best. And Bhagavan is the last person whom I will depend on. Why? Where is Bhagavan? I don't know. But because of him only you are able to ask this question today. Just imagine वो क्वेश्चन पूछने का पहला ऐसा वो आता है ना, सम सीरियल्स में सब आएगा या मूवी में, भगवान का बारे में कुछ बोलने का पहला ऐसा लकवा मार दिया. करेक्ट? जय संतोषी माइंड, ऑल दोस मूवी एंड ऑल दैट, समवन ट्राइड टू डू, उसका पहला वो मारने को आया तब तक लकवा मार दिया. But that is the reality ना. If I am able to speak, isn't it Bhagavan's blessing that I am able to even say that I don't believe, who are you? That much buddhi Bhagavan has given to tell that I don't believe you. Think. You have no other choice but to believe. Then अच्छा से believe करो ना. क्यों डर डर के बिलीव करने का, क्यों थोड़ा थोड़ा बिलीव करने का? पूरा ही बिलीव करो. ही विल टेक केयर. Are we getting this? Because karma yoga will happen only when you have Ishwararpana Buddhi and Prasada Bhavana. Otherwise, it will end up in Kamya Karma only. It will end up in Kamya Karma. How much ever you think you want to do Nishkama Karma, but if that Bhagavan is not there in that, it will end up in Kamya Karma. Why? Any other mortal you are going to take, the three things are going to get stuck. Think. And it is so quick. It is like वो बोलते हैं ना, stick fast. ऐसा के पकड़ लेगा, मालूम भी नहीं पड़ेगा कभी पकड़ा आपने. Bhagavan is the oil used before cutting jackfruit. Jackfruit is samsara. Before entering that samsara, apply अच्छा से, you know that in akhadas and all they will पहलवान पूरा तेल डाल के फिर, क्योंकि वो पकड़ में आए तो पकड़ में ही नहीं आना चाहिए. Exactly like that. That Bhagavan, that oil you apply it, उसके बाद जो बनता है खेल खेलो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा. Able to get that? Because that Bhagavan, if not giving anything, it gives one thing for sure: psychological security. है कि नहीं? There's someone who is taking care of me. That psychological security is very much necessary. That is why karma and jnana both will always have to sit on bhakti. Without bhakti, karma and jnana, yoga cannot happen. If karma yoga has to happen, jnana yoga has to happen, bhakti on one saguna ishvara, on that only everything can sit. Like if you want artha kama, on dharma only it should sit. Without dharma, if artha kama is there, it is not good. Same way, for karma yoga and jnana yoga, without bhakti, possible. That is why if you go for a course, master, where is Bhagavan there? You will get certificate on Vedanta. Where is Bhagavan? That will come only in Sampradaya. Here you won't get certificate. You will understand the subject and that conviction will come. Without Bhagavan, this subject also I will not understand. I need Bhagavan. Because I want to vault so high that my limitations come. I need a pole. And I have no other option but to completely trust that pole that it will be able to take my weight. Yes or no? Every step you take, if you fear that pole will break, will you even try to jump? Or you will take and like a sword you will be running, like a spear you will be running. But you never put the weight on the pole. भगवान को pole vault, that pole is Bhagavan who will make me vault. लेकिन हम भगवान का पूजा करके स्पीयर जैसा घुमा के रहते हैं. समझ में आ रहा है? We have to completely submit to that Bhagavan, whoever it may be, doesn't matter. Because why? That Bhagavan only gives me that equanimity of the mind. Samatvam yoga uchyate. That samatvam comes only if my raga dvesha are reduced and my fear is reduced. Kama trividam narakasyaiva kama krodha bhayam tyajet. Kamaha krodha bhayam, if you want to remove, there has to be a punching box called Bhagavan. दूसरा किसी पे नहीं निकाल सकता है तो भगवान पे निकालो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. Speak to him, speak to her, cry, laugh, do what you want. Then you can dissipate your emotional needs with Bhagavan. Correct? Then when mind is equanimous, knowledge automatically starts working. Okay, this chitta shuddhi comes only with Ishwararpana. Ishwararpana buddhya chitta shuddhi. Karma becomes karma yoga with the right attitude and with the right actions, with Ishwararpana bhavana and prasada bhavana. No other way. And when it comes to a matter of feeling, each person's feeling and that relationship and the emotions are different. Whatever helps you, use that. Doesn't matter. But it should help you to progress, not stifle your growth. So that is why various sadhanas are there, where you then submit to Bhagavan through the sadhana. So even if the time is bad, even if things are completely adverse, you will say, उसके घर पे देर है, अंधेर नहीं. And once that attitude is there, karma becomes karma yoga. Automatically it will become, you don't have to do anything. Because you will not think about yourself. See, when you are saying submission means what? Opening the hand. They say when a child is born, the child keeps the hand closed, fist closed. बोलते मरते टाइम तो खोलो. पैदा हुआ तब से ऐसा पकड़ के रखा है, मरते टाइम तो सबमिट. Are we able to get this? That is what is taught in the second chapter very clearly. What is karma yoga and why it is far, far superior than karma. In that, your kamya karma anyway will be done. Why? For kamya karma, you have to put lot of effort for getting very small result. In nishkama karma, you have to put very less effort, but the result what you get is far, far more than your expectation. You don't expect anything. Suddenly someone comes and gives you. Imagine. Year was not very good. I don't expect any bonus. My KPIs and all gone. But suddenly once you go one day to the office and boss says, we have given you 30% bonus. Ah, you will call him Bhagavan only. Yes or no? When I don't have an expectation and I get it, I'm very happy. And when I have an expectation, then either I get it, I get less than that, I get more than that, I'm still unhappy. That is why kamya karma, arjane dukkham, rakshane dukkham, vyaye dukkham. मिलने के लिए भी दुक्खम, मिला तो भी दुक्खम, उसको संभाल के रखने के लिए दुक्खम, वो जाएगा तो भी दुक्खम, दुक्खमो दुक्खम. निष्काम कर्मा कुछ करना नहीं है. आई हैव सबमिटेड टू यू, तुम जो देगा आई एम हैप्पी. You are going on a trek, you are very thirsty. You don't say anyone, suddenly सामने से कोई साइकिल में आके do you want water पूछेगा तो हो गया. Think about it. You say, wow, this is God. Yes, this is God. Because you didn't even expect anything, but you got more than that. And that is how our view should be there from karma to karma yoga. Chitta Shuddhi will happen. If Chitta Shuddhi will happen, Jnanam becomes very clear then. You can establish yourself in the Jnana. Otherwise, Jnanam logically comes. Iske baad coffee for all the US people or khana for all the Indian people. Back to square one. है कि नहीं? Our Acharya says, chappal dala, so Vedanta is packed very nicely. है कि नहीं? So it's coffee time and dinner time. So Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Next time we will see Stithah prajnya lakshanam. Okay, karma yoga is this. We will not get into each of the shloka, it is not required. We will see that in detail when we are seeing. But straight away going to Stithah prajnya lakshanam, one who has got that jnana nishta, that queries are asked by Arjuna, and very, very important, very beautiful way Krishna has answered it, which is very practical, which we will see it in the next class. And hopefully, in the next class, we will complete the second chapter. Second chapter will take time because it is the condensed version of the whole subsequent chapters. Keeping this in the mind, when you look at the subsequent chapters, they become very clear. Okay? Chal. Hari Om Tat Sat. Yeah. He has written some message.
Hari Om, sir.
Yeah. Hari Om.
धन्यवाद सर. धन्यवाद.
Someone has asked a question. I didn't understand. We will see that next time. Doesn't matter. Does taking risk means same? Same for what I didn't understand. Anyway, देखिए.